In the modern world of language learning, we have flashcards, apps, audio, films, books, crash courses, AR, VR, meetups, exchanges, and many, many more. But on a very basic level, language learning theories are based around two concepts: input and output. So what does this all mean? So as the name would suggest, it's about taking stuff in. Information, words, and sounds that you need for the foreign language. Because in order to learn any task, somebody or something has to teach you first. Now, to make this relevant to languages, think about how you learnt your mother tongue. When you were born, you have no idea what's going on in the world around you. However, over time, your mum, your dad, and your environment teach you sounds over and over again until they start to make sense in your brain. And this is what input language learning tools try and emulate for you.
El hombre.
They effectively do the same thing that your mother did when you were a baby.
Hello, Darwin. Can we say cucumber? Yes, we like cucumber, don't we?
Now, the medium may change, but the theory remains the same. Inputting information until you remember it. Now, as you may have guessed, output is the exact opposite. You perform that task yourself in order to close the cycle and learn the skill. So let's use the baby example again. So once your mother has annoyed you for the 10,000th time speaking to you in baby talk, you finally muster all the energy, efforts, and concentration to utter your first words. Finally outputting what you've heard. Okay, so input and output is essentially language jargon, but why is it important for you to understand it? Because if you do not combine input and output, you will never learn a language. Think of it like breathing. If you only ever inhaled, you would die. If you only ever exhaled, you would die. But it's the constant in and out that lets us breathe, live, and grow. And the same works with languages. If you spend all day on Duolingo inputting vocabulary that you never use, you never complete the cycle and you never learn. Likewise, if you spend all day speaking to people, but do not pay attention to new language and conversations, you remain stagnant. But anyway, some people will tell you to use an app, others a book. Some to start with grammar, others to forget about it. Some to input for a year and others to output for day one. But all of that is subject to personal opinion. So it doesn't really matter what app, method or teacher you use, but whatever you do, don't forget to breathe. And subscribe. And download the ebook. It's really good, according to my mum.